Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to the Cross-Eyed Show, which we're on Spotify and Google Podcasts now, which is pretty good. Today we have a guest with us, Joe.
Yeah.
Um, and he went to my school for a couple of years. He moved away, but we regularly play Xbox together now. So yeah, Joe's joined me for this one. Like the last two we made, we do have some topics. And I just want to get straight to the first topic because it's going to be real quick and easy. The comments section thing we do where I read out the comments. We had no comments this week, so if you want to, feature in the next one, comment down below. Even if it's a full stop, you'll probably get featured into a podcast. Now, one thing I will say is I was watching telly earlier and something pretty cool happened. I don't know if you've heard about it, Joe, but obviously the topics you can see about the millionaire one.
Yeah.
Do you know what that's referring to?
No, I don't.
For the first time in 14 years on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, someone won £1 million off of it, which is pretty cool. He's from Telford.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he won 1 million. And I think a couple of years ago, his brother won £500,000. So that's like 1.5 million to that family.
Minted.
Which is, yeah, he's minted. What would you do with 1 million, Joe?
I don't know. I don't know. I just leave
I'd
it.
probably save it, yeah. I might buy like a house and rent it out, double my profits or something like that, innit?
Or you could probably build your own.
Yeah. I'll build my own
Yeah,
house.
probably could. Easily.
Yeah, but if you're gonna rent it out, it's gonna cost more money, that, innit? Or do you mean like build your own house to live in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where would you build your house?
Oh, I don't know. Actually, on top of the maze.
I would probably build mine. I don't know. I really do like Alaska. I like snowy. I don't like those hot places. But if it was in England, I'd probably have it London. I quite like the city. Yeah. I don't know.
You
I
could
feel
live in
like
Alaska because everyone's so before you were there. The houses, like, you can get big
yeah,
houses, like, small houses, like, from
true.
here.
But
Like
I
in
just
Alaska.
with London, I feel like I'm gonna say a maybe because people might have mixed opinions about London.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'd do with $1 million. I'd buy myself a house, and maybe if my mum's lucky, she might get one as well. I'll probably invest in some better Wi-Fi, and obviously I
That'd
get
be a
the new
good idea.
Xbox coming out. Yeah. What was the next? Yeah, so I recently I've been making a lot of music. I've probably been releasing like one song a week, but in the last month or so I've slowed down, and it's because I'm making an album, or I'm trying to.
Oh, yeah.
And normally when I make songs, it takes me like an hour. Like you've seen how long it takes me to make a song out, yeah.
Yeah.
It takes like an hour or two to make it. I don't really put much effort into it, but this album, I want it to at least a couple songs shoot a message. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do that. And I don't know if I'm gonna have any features on it. I'm gonna have to ask around if anyone wants a feature. I know one person who definitely will,
Yeah.
and that's LJC. Did you see that topic change, Joe?
I did.
Because you see next LJC announcement.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so LJC is going to be on my podcast on the next one and the one after that. We're not sure yet because it's not really planned. It's just meant to be like an appearance. He'll do his little bit. He just told me he's got a big announcement. So look forward for that, I guess. I know what it is, and it's going to be pretty cool because all I'm going to say it is music related. And if you don't know, LJC's actually never released his own music. He's always featured on my music. He's always made music, just never released it. So if he's going to be shown out to the public, not just his friends, I want to see how good he's going to be going. But yeah, it's a pretty big announcement, and it's yeah. Also, Skate 3 is a good game. As you can see, me and Joe are having immense fun right now. I'll go back to the top actually. Um, but I mean, there's a variety of different games, and we'd be happy to play them if they're either on the Xbox Game Pass or free, or we own them.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Minecraft. Apart from like, it would have to be creative or like a very chill survival because we don't want to talk about the games too much. As people, I actually have more listeners on Spotify than I do on YouTube. So a lot of you guys are just hearing us and not seeing what we're doing. So obviously talking about the game we're playing would be very impractical for you lot.
But
Um,
maybe some people would like that.
what like
A lot of people.
gameplay?
Yeah, but just listen.
Well, that's what the main channel's for.
I don't know, that'd be a bit weird though.
What, a podcast about gameplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with a podcast, we're talking about a lot of different things. You reach out to a lot more different people.
Yeah.
But like, let's say I was playing a game like Minecraft, only people who would like Minecraft would watch that.
Obviously.
So it like, yeah. But if you do want to see some gameplays, me and Joe might make some more, and we do have some out on my main channel, which is Cross-eyed. So just like the Cross-eyed Show, just take the D and the show out of the equation, and Google that, and it should come up. And we did GTA, Forza, and we did Minecraft. We did Warzone, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did one Warzone, which I'm gonna do some more of soon because I am a little. I say a little, and I mean a little bit better than what I was back then. We've improved. I mean, then I had how many wins? I had 2 wins then,
Oh, that was about 4.
and now I've got 9. Now I've got 9 under my belt, or 8. I don't know. So as you can tell, I'm a pro, and Joe has. Is it 19, 18? 17, that's it. But yeah, and I'm trying to get up my tiers, so I haven't played it quite a lot. So I'll be happy to do that if you guys are interested. One thing is not on the topics list, and I did warn Joe about before. I want to talk about rappers.
Right.
Yeah, like any rapper, like 6ix9ine for example. He's pretty big in the media. It'd be good to put that on my title. Might get some views. But you see 6ix9ine now, and he's what, 24?
23.
23.
Or 24.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, what will he be like when he's older?
Dead.
Like when he's 20, dead. Yeah, but let's say he didn't die. What?
He's not gonna
I don't know, like, but you know, like those tattoos and stuff.
He's gonna
Like,
look ugly.
yeah, like tattoos smudge over time. They fade. Some of them like, some parts go missing. Like
Mm-hmm.
some of your skin, I don't know, like regenerates. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like that.
they're
And
gonna be some
Jigsaw when he's got on
crusty
the sides of his
tattoos.
face. That's gonna be weird.
Yeah. And I've always thought about, rappers who get their eyeballs tattooed.
Yeah.
They have
I
their
think
eyes
that's
like
weird.
pure black.
That's weird.
Like you're gonna regret that one day. Like, I don't know. Obviously, you can regret any tattoo, but if I had a tattoo on my arm, no one would know
You
unless
can
I
cover
showed
it
them.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Not on your face.
with a face tattoo, no more jobs. And I know people, what they do is they'll get a job that they want to do for the rest of their life, then get a face tattoo because it's discrimination if you get fired for it. But then, let's say something happened to your job, you're kind of done and then you're on the dole. Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is,
And I
people
know,
like 6ix9ine now, they've already got big money, so it's not like they can ever need another job, is it?
yeah, but the thing about 6ix9ine was he had those tattoos before he blew
Yeah.
up, before he had the money. So if he had it blown up, he would just be unemployed. He'd be probably still in New York, with his homies on the street, putting wheelies on quad bikes. Nah, it does make me wonder, and I love how people say like, "Oh yeah, money would never change me," but you just look at anyone who's ever made money; they've all changed.
Mm.
Like, look at Bill Gates. He hasn't changed, but he now has his own store in his house. That's change, you know. You won't go out to see your mates as much. You can't trust people around you because they're just there for the
True.
money. It's like, even if no one can tell you've changed, internally you know you've changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
But, right, so that's that section gone.
Yeah.
Now, I I forgot. I could try and remember really quickly, but I put stuff about what did I put? More about Xbox Series S. Yeah.
Mm.
So I was like, I don't know. I've actually forgot what I was going to put about that, but I just think that I was looking at it.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, I know what's happened. So you know how the Xbox One,
Yeah.
um, it has that stupid, worst design ever touchscreen on button.
Nah, no.
And
It's,
touchscreen disc eject. Well, in my opinion, one of the worst designs ever
I don't think the
because the
disc
amount of
is
times
not
my
bad.
lead. No, but I still would prefer a button for the disc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, the amount of times like I've like swizzled on my chair, my lead touched it,
Oh, yeah.
and just appearing offline then, and you have to reboot your Xbox, and or if you're at the end of your bed and your foot brushes up against it.
It's
I
annoying.
swear sometimes it just turns off. Like you have dust on it or something, or like a
It's like
fly
tough, is it,
lands
a
on
little
it.
bit?
Yeah. You don't even have to touch it, do you? It's like a hollow sensor, so it can tell when your finger's near it.
Near it, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, I just find that really annoying. But I was looking closely at the pictures of the Xbox One S and the X, and you can't really tell with the button because I don't know if you can tell with like the Xbox One S, but you can't really tell it's a button. But on the disc eject, there is definitely a button.
Yeah,
There's
you can
something
tell it's a
sticking out.
button.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that the on button is also an actual button
Nah, it is.
and
It
not
is.
just for disc eject, is it?
Yeah, because I was watching a
Good.
YouTube video yesterday, wasn't I? About it, and then they got
Unbox therapy.
yeah, they got the box, and there was a button. Like they didn't get anything
Good.
else, they just got that outside of it.
That's one thing that I'm looking forward to. Because honestly, it's just pure annoying. Um, and one thing I'm kind of happy about, which I don't think you, Jay, will be happy about, because if they ever bring up backwards compatibility on the Xbox Series X, on the S you don't have a disc tray,
Um,
which obviously, like, if you want to do backwards compatibility on GTA 5 or something like that,
yeah, that's gonna be pretty annoying.
so me, I buy all my games digital. I don't have any discs. I think I have one disc, and it is under my bed, broken in half, and that's Battlefield 1. But yeah, so to me, that would be, even if that was on the Xbox Series X, I wouldn't be complaining because it doesn't really affect me that much. But I know most of your games are on disc, aren't they?
Yeah,
Or your good, better games are.
yeah, most of my games I play are. Well, that's because I prefer disc. I don't know why, but I just prefer them.
Yeah.
Maybe because I've used them forever. But
I just feel a bit more safer using downloads because I don't know, it's like
you
you
don't have
can
to go buy
share it.
another disc if it's not.
Yeah. Or I don't know. It's just like, let's say you uninstall the game, because obviously when you get a disc, you have to still download it, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, let's say the other day when you downloaded Red Dead, you have to keep your disc in when it's downloading.
Yep.
What if you want to play a different game? You can't really, can you? Unless it's downloaded. So, but yeah, I don't know. Some people will agree that it's a good thing. Some people won't.
I think it would be a good
And
thing, like,
yeah,
but
step
if we
into the
use disc,
future.
oh yeah,
I feel like they'll bring, I don't know, because if they're gonna get rid of disc trays, they're still companies still have to sell physical forms, right? They can't just sell it online because some people don't play online. And they're gonna sell like you know, like on the Switch or something like that. Like you plug it in to play.
yeah. But
So I heard some rumors about how they might be adding a plug-in disc drive for the Xbox Series S, Like it'll attach to the top of your Xbox and you plug it in for the USB or something like that.
I think one there'll have to be one or something. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Unless you just buy the other Xbox.
See, that's also on top of this. What Xbox are you gonna go for? If you had to pick, I know you want to go for both, and so do I. But which one, if you had to pick one, would you go for?
I think the Series X. Just the black
Same.
one.
One because obviously in this society, more money equals better. You pay more for something, you're gonna get a better experience, which is true with the Xbox. Like, I heard that the Xbox Series X will support 4K gaming, but
Yeah,
the S will only
that's right.
support 1440p, which I don't know how. That's not that much lower, but it's just you have that 4K if you have a 4K TV, and obviously you have your disc drive, so you have options. If you want to get a disc, you can.
Mm,
And I think something like it's going to be 3 times more powerful than the Series S,
I think
um,
so. Yeah,
which it's just it's mental. And I prefer the design quite a lot. It's different.
it's quite cool.
Like on photos, they've shown the Xbox Series S sideways, and I reckon they've done that to make it look different from the old one, but it isn't. It's if you look that down flat, it's going to look no different.
True, true.
What I am worried about is when Xbox One came out, there was a big problem. I don't know if you've ever had it, but you put a disc in and your Xbox will chew the disc up.
Wait, what if it's sideways?
Yeah, if it's sideways.
'Cause you
I
must
know
put
some
that sideways
Xboxes
way.
just do it. There was some Xboxes that just chewed it up anyway.
Yeah,
You like hear rattling, and I hope they've resolved that issue.
I think they have
Because
because on the X, on the side of it, there's little feet, well not feet, but rubber things, so you can put it sideways if you
yeah,
want. So that should be
you have
fine.
your sideways.
Yeah, yeah. I want to standing up.
Yeah. Well, technically, which way is sideways? Because we've seen all the photos of it
Oh,
standing up. Which way's up?
the way it points.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like we're definitely going into the future, but bigger doesn't always mean better, and boxier doesn't always mean better. It's like I'm so glad they haven't gone for the same approach as the PS5.
Well, that looks weird. I think they've tried to like bring in PC players towards it. Just like how it's
Yeah.
boxy and how all the stuff inside is better and all that. Kind of
Which,
like
if you're a
more
PC
PC.
gamer, you're more likely to go for an Xbox because of obviously Windows, Microsoft, and like right now, if you buy like Xbox Game Pass, that's on your PC and your Xbox. But talking about Game Pass, apparently they're going to be scrapping Xbox Live.
From the game altogether.
That's yeah. So like you buy Game Pass
I
and
know
stuff like
how
that.
they
I don't know how it's gonna work,
will have it doing
but
like Xbox Live with the Game Pass. Take
yeah,
forever.
I don't know how it's gonna work because obviously if that like I heard this isn't like confirmed, but some people don't want Game Pass. You know what I mean?
Why?
So it's like why would they have to like merge them?
I mean,
I
if
hope
they
if they
really
do,
give
they're
me
gonna
the
reduce the
option.
price.
Oh, yeah, I hope they do that. I mean, £10 not that much, but
No,
you
but when
know,
you can pay, how much is Game Pass? How much is Live? Is it like 5 a month?
I don't know.
I haven't
I haven't
bought
clue.
gold in a while.
Unboxing therapy said something like you'll buy the Game Pass and for like £25 a month, whatever, and it'll come with gold.
Yeah. I mean, it does already. It's
Right?
just there's an option that you can buy gold by itself. Now, obviously, Joe, earlier I sent you a group of photos, didn't I? And I want you to go to the photo where I sent you a picture of the Xbox controller next to the
That's
PS5
very cool.
controller. Yeah. What's your opinion? Like, which one would you prefer?
Well, I've always preferred the Xbox controller. It
Yeah.
fits my hand perfectly. I don't like how you have to have your fingers all the way down at the bottom. But the PlayStation one looks a
Yeah.
bit better.
It does, but what came to my attention is that I zoomed in, and I like how the Xbox buttons stick out.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like the PS5 controller buttons do.
No, they look a
It
bit
looks like you have
flat.
to, instead of pushing them down, you push them in.
Mm,
I don't know. I don't like that.
yeah,
And to be honest, if that button in the middle of the Xbox controller isn't programmable, I'm not going to use it.
yeah. No,
It's just,
it voices
I
basically
hope it
as
is
well.
programmable. Like you could use it to like set up different profiles on your Xbox controller.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, or like, oh, I don't know. It's just, I hope it adds something like a different functionality to the game.
Mm.
Um,
You see the
did
bottom
you?
part of the PS5 controller? It looks dead pointy.
It's, yeah.
That's weird.
Oh god, yeah.
So,
It's like a right angle,
yeah, that's probably weird. That.
and the bumpers look really small.
You know? No.
I feel like with that controller as well, it's gonna get dirty real fast.
But yeah, right way.
I think one advantage we have over PS players are we don't have to get used to our new controller. Don't have to get used to that.
I mean, it's right, the same kind of, it just looks a bit square.
Yeah, but it's just like it's a lot of change, and they've changed the shape of it a little bit at the bottom. So obviously, I don't know if you know, but like the PS 4 controller is a lot more round at the bottom than even our controllers. They're like
Yes.
circular.
Come on downstairs.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm gonna change location. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But also, if you click on I sent you a picture of a trigger and the bumper.
A little,
I reckon that's gonna be
Hold on
a
then.
cool. Pardon?
like a nice little grip.
Yeah, and I hope it's like rubberized. Actually, no, I don't, because that would wear off, wouldn't it, after a while?
I, f-
It would like,
I think it's gonna
I
be
don't know.
like what Scuff have. Is that rubber? I think that's rubber.
Well, even the Elite controller had rubber
I think that might be
on
rubber
the
then.
fins. But I also hope that the I don't know what you call them, the bit that your fingers wrap around at the very bottom, the bottom two bits. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that things you hold on to.
Yeah, I hope they're gonna have like dots on it as well.
On the controller I've got right now is like a normal Xbox controller. I'm not talking about my glowy one. I'm talking about the one before that. And it's got a grip on it. But it's like tiny little dots of plastic. But it's a normal Xbox controller. So
Is it an official one?
Yeah.
Right, how long have you had that controller for?
4 years.
Right. Are your thumbsticks starting to get worn?
Yeah, the grip on them's gone.
Yeah, I've noticed that on most of them, when you like get your hands greasy, your fingers slip off the sides because they don't have that grip on anymore. So I hope they use like either a different material or a different design that doesn't do that basically, because that's so annoying.
Yeah,
And then it
because mine's
starts
only
like you
got
start
the grip
fitting the
on the bottom.
plastic.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah. Also, have you kept up to date with the concepts? Because in particular the Xbox Project Aorus.
Or I've seen that.
Yeah, I've only just came to it today, and I don't understand what it is, because they were saying it's not like an Xbox. It's something completely different, but that's green on the controller. If anyone wants to see what I'm talking about, type in Xbox Project Oris, that's ORIS, into Google. I don't like the look of that. The controller.
Controller's ugly.
Yeah. And Wait, like honestly, that controller, right, is more technology than what our controllers have right now.
Yeah.
Controllers are already 40 quid when you break them. That comes with a whole
That'll
screen.
be
What's that gonna
the,
be? Like 80, 90, 100?
that'll be
Do you know what
done.
I mean? Just I will say I do like the purple glow off the
No,
actual
that's
console
nice.
itself.
I like the part of the paper glass. Like,
I also like the light on the controller.
yeah, that doesn't identify. But I like
But
that.
it also looks like that middle button isn't pressable, the Xbox button, so they might just scrap the home button altogether.
Well, it's a light in it. If you look when the control's turned off, the light's not on, but when it is, it's on.
Oh yeah. And that D-pad.
I like
Again,
that. No, I really like that.
do you? I
Yeah, I
like,
really like that.
I could get used to it, but right now I don't want to get used to it. It makes me feel like the PS5, the indie buttons.
Yeah.
And like, if that screen's touchscreen, then you're done for. Like, you eat anything greasy, then go onto your that controller, then you've got that grease stuck in the corners of your screen for ages, for the rest of your life. Like, oh, I just,
If
just
that
don't.
screen was like, say you're playing COD, it told you how many
Yeah,
kills, or it was a map, I think that'd be dead cool.
you'd have to look away from the screen.
Yeah. Well, if you hold the controller in front of you, just look down a little bit. Like, say it's the map,
Like the Mario Kart wheel remotes.
kind of. You don't really look at that, do you?
Nah, I just, I don't know. I have mixed opinions, but obviously this is a concept, so this isn't like Microsoft is definitely doing this.
No.
But talk about concepts as well. I sent you the picture of the Xbox One S, which you pointed out was not the Xbox One
No,
S.
it's not real.
No, but they were the concepts because obviously before anyone knew that the Xbox One S was going to be brought, the Xbox, sorry, I keep getting mixed up. The Xbox Series X was going to be brought out. Everyone thought that it was going to look like this. This was the official concept.
A tiny little version of what it is.
Yeah, and to be honest, they're not that far off. They got the shape wrong.
Did he?
They got the grill right, which obviously what I see what they've done.
Yeah.
They've got the X and just made it shorter and
Just
made it
made it
white
white.
and. But I saw some real stupid concepts in that in a way of like I don't know like the Xbox itself having a screen in it or
Real weird.
like it being like round. I've seen different concepts, but I am a true believer that one day Xbox like game consoles are gonna have that much powerful chips that all you're gonna need is like a Fire Stick type device, like something like that,
Yeah.
or like a Chrome device. I reckon they're gonna get smaller and smaller, just like phone. Oh no, phones got thinner and thinner, but it's like in the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm not mad about it. I do like the thing of like having a physical Xbox I can touch. Like I have to like put my disc into a like I don't know. It's just something weird about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Onto the thing
it
on
makes it
Black
feel more
Mirror.
like a smart TV.
That'd be,
Or Black Mirror. That
yeah,
was
with the
yeah
finger put on the side of the red. Would you have one of them?
yeah. Would I? Yeah. If yeah, I would.
Like a VR one without the headset.
Yeah. But I'd make sure that I wasn't. I'd make sure that like other people have as well.
Yeah.
I would. You're thinking about like we should do the same things what they did, aren't you? No, I wouldn't do that. That's not my preference, but yeah, no, I would do the game.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool.
Yeah.
COD with one
Would
of
you?
them. Yeah, COD with one of them. Boss.
Yeah, but if you remember, like this is one of the worst like examples, but they felt each other in the game, like physical
Oh
touch.
yeah,
They
so if you
felt.
play COD, you might be a bit weirded out.
yeah, it might like you get shot, you bruise your ribs type thing, or like when you do like a finishing move, you get stabbed on the back of the neck.
when they feel it, but it doesn't get on
I
the
don't
ball.
want, I don't want that feeling. I don't want the feeling that there's a knife going in the back of my neck.
You could also mess with people that say they're playing COD and like in their head. I think they'll mess with proper. They go insane also. They kill people
Yeah.
in there.
And there's a video I saw where a guy went on virtual reality for, I think it was either a full day or a full week. Obviously he drank, but he would only eat and drink
Oh, I think that's
what was
enough.
fed to him. Yeah, he never took that goggles off. And it took a big plan of his life. He said like, he felt he didn't know what was real when he took it off. It felt like that VR was just normal to him. That was
Yeah.
the world he was living in.
Weird.
And I just find it mental that like with this chip, it's gonna feel even more like you're living that. Would you? But then you could also argue they could bring it into the real world where you wear it while you walk around and you can Google things and see the answers.
That'll be a thing.
I mean, we're 10, 20 years away from that with Elon Musk with a
brain
neurologic
thing.
chip. Yeah, like you can play Spotify and yeah, and you know what I was actually thinking about the other day?
No.
You know when you get cold, your brain tells you you're cold, right? There's a part of your brain that says to you you're cold, start shivering or something like that.
Mhm.
But if you had a brain chip, could you trick your body into thinking you're hotter than what you are? Like, could you turn your heat up and turn your heat down? Because it controls your brain. Like, one day, I'm also talking about the neurologic chip. We're talking thousands of years, but it'd be possible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If the
It'd
world
be
survived.
dangerous. If you're like a very cold place and you just want to turn your heat up and like, I don't know what would happen. Would you like?
Would
You'd
they
use your energy
when
better, wouldn't you? Yeah.
people with robots? That's a thing.
Hmm.
Would that be then?
I just find it really confusing. Do you reckon one day that this world will be run by robots? Like someone makes a robot that can make a robot, and then that robot makes a robot, and that robot makes a robot that can do something.
I don't think it'll be run. No. It will be run by them. But I think they'll mix with humans, but not on a large scale.
Yeah. So you know when you clicked on Unbox Therapy's video, did you click on it because it was Unbox Therapy or because the Xbox?
The Xbox.
So you haven't seen the robotic dog
I
yet?
have here. The other one.
Yeah. Spot, isn't it? Or something like that. Yeah. I just find that mental how one day that's going to be normal, that shows up to your door and delivers you an item.
Yeah. That's like the thing of Black Mirror. Nah, I do not. Once again, that thing, that robot dog that was chasing that woman.
Oh, the Cybertruck looking dog thing.
Yeah, that. No, I hate that. That's like that.
Yeah. Well, robots are only programmed to do what humans program them to do, right?
Until a human gets like cocky with it and then makes it
But
into this thing they can't control.
there's bad people in the world that wouldn't think twice about doing that.
Exactly.
And also, I saw this video about this guy made a game, and it was a simple game. There's a big box, and it was like on a video game, and he got a red guy and a blue guy, and they had to find each other like hide and seek.
Yeah.
But these two things, he stopped programming it. They learned how to hide, like how to do stuff that they weren't programmed to. So they learned how to find each other. It's just really weird how it grew like that.
Mm.
I just don't know. It's a bit freaky. And talking about futuristic um stuff. A couple of years ago, LG made a door which you said, "What was that fridge?" When you looked at the
Yeah, it looks like
photo.
a fridge.
Do you know what that fridge is?
What?
It's so when a delivery person delivers you something, that fridge can be either a fridge or a heater. And instead of just giving it to you, they could put it in that door slot.
That's pretty cool.
And it keep. Yeah, but does it like? Will it like stop human contact?
No.
Surely. And there's a screen in that door as well. That door unlocks via Bluetooth if you want it to. And honestly, I'm pretty sure it does a lot more things. It's a lot bigger.
You
But
just stop, like, delivery drivers knocking on your door.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it has like Ring, the company that sells like cameras that you can.
Yeah, I want it.
Yeah.
Doorbell things.
I think they have. Yeah, they have one of those in them, and they probably do a lot more, and they will do a lot more in the future.
Yeah.
But I always look at like concept cars and go, why aren't they real? They look so cool. It's like I would pay like thousands if I could drive that car.
Look at my
Like
Mac. Concept too.
yeah. Like, obviously, I get that you have the I don't know what they call it, like the people who assess the cars and go, no, that's not road legal, but make a road legal one. Honda just have,
Mm.
and obviously Tesla's making a Cybertruck. Like, God, imagine like a futuristic Mercedes that you had like full on bucket seats in, it had like Alexa in it, you could tell it where to go and it goes.
Oh, have you seen that advert for that car? Was like the competitor to Tesla. And the girl's like, "Oh, do you want to see my mum?" No. The girl's almost like, "Do you want to see my new bike?" It's like, "Do you want to see my like mum's new car?" It's a mad car that speaks to you.
I haven't seen it now.
Oh,
Is it like a well known company or?
I think it's what an up and coming like futuristic company.
Is it like a lady? Is it Supercar Blondie? Because I've seen her do some of it. She's like blonde and.
Not here, no. It's a proper advert for the car. Like
Oh.
it's mad.
I'm gonna say, although people say, "Oh, the past was the best," but I'm looking forward to see what comes. I'm excited. And it will take a while, but to be honest, I, I want to drive one of those cars. To be honest, they do look sick.
They look kind of cool.
Yeah. So yeah, if you didn't hear at the start, my podcast got accepted onto Google Podcasts, which is weird, really weird because I never actually signed up for that.
Mm.
I only asked for Spotify, but I've been added to 4 different platforms. That is Google Podcast, Pocket Casts, Spotify, and I don't know what else. To be honest, I heard I'm on some Indian podcasting. Like I don't know. To be honest, but if you do hit this podcast, go to my Instagram, which is cross-eyed, and tell me what platform you hear it on. Um, so obviously earlier, like I said, I was watching Millionaire, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire,
Hmm.
and do you know who the presenter of that is at the moment?
Jeremy Clarkson. Is this still in?
Yeah, he's still on it. And I was thinking, like, obviously childhood memories. You remember, what was it, Top Gear?
Okay, yeah, obviously.
Do you still watch like the highlights, or like do you still
Yeah.
watch every now and again? Yeah.
YouTube, yeah.
Would you still watch it if they still made them?
Well, that's what the Grand Tour is, isn't it? And I watched the Grand Tour.
Yeah, but I feel like Top Gear is like so iconic,
Yeah,
and
nothing
they
at all.
ruined it by quitting. Well, did Jeremy get kicked off and the other two quit?
I think so, yeah, for starting a fight. Or something
Yeah, he
like
punched the
that.
cameraman. And then James May and the other guy, Richard something, said we're gonna go too. So they both went. But I reckon that was the worst. I reckon they don't make as much money anymore. They
Yeah.
still make a lot of adverts, but I don't know. I just
Well, it's Amazon paying them, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't think they'd do it if they wasn't giving them P.
true. But I just feel like they ruined it.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
the old Top Gear is the best Top Gear, and the new Top Gear isn't anything compared to it.
The new Top Gear is alright. It's alright, it's just not the old Top Gear.
And wait, you use TikTok, don't you, on the For You page with that stuff? So you thought you see Lil Yachty? He's been on it all over the For You page. Have you seen his toaster?
It's mad, like, in the future, big one. And I think
You can choose. You can press like instead of like.
you can choose
I
what type
remember
of
it.
toast you want.
Well, I don't remember. I still do it. If I want like not so toasted toast, I have to
Put a
pull the
time on
handle
it.
up and check it,
Yeah.
and it's just nah. He just clicks a button and it happens. That's just mental. And like I said, I'm getting more excited. Like imagine that app, yeah. You put your bread in there, and then you put like a something that seals it off, so no bugs get to it or anything. You go to like bed, and you have it ready for you when you get up. Like your alarm sets you up as you get ready. Your toast is toasting, your coffee's making, your car's warming up if you want it to. You got your radio playing, and your browsing TikTok on your touchscreen mirror.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want stuff like that.
No.
I'm not about things like that. You know, a little bit. I want
One thing I
it.
don't want is a lot of screens in the car. Because I've seen cars that are coming out that have like 5 screens in them, but I just want one screen. Like, 5 is a bit excessive. And they say like blue light affects your sight. So why are they going to add more to it? Like they say blue light affects your sight, and they say plastic kills turtles, and everyone's panicking over plastic. No one's saying, "Oh, stop using your phone."
Well,
You know what I mean? I hate to be like a Karen, but yeah, it's just I don't know. People pick and choose what they want to have problems about, I guess.
yeah, they do.
I think that's really all the. Well, I was gonna say about the Xbox updates. If you don't know, I'm on the beta program. The Xbox updates, it's good. They've changed the font. That's about it, really. The home menu's a bit different. I can't really show you because I'm streaming to do this, but it's different. I'm sure if you YouTube it, it'll come up and you'll see how different it is. And one last question before we end it, Joe. No, fuck that. No, I'm gonna end it. I've got 2 more questions. Okay, one question is, what do you want to see in GTA 6 that is not in GTA 5?
Better graphics. Even though GTA graphics are good for 2013 graphics.
2012.
2012.
Yeah.
I guess.
I want to see.
Different country,
Um,
not America.
yeah, I reckon it will be a different country.
Yeah.
I want to see a lot more cars.
Yeah.
If our consoles are going to come with like better RAM, so they can like do more, think about more, like do. I want a lot more cars.
Bigger map.
But yeah, a much bigger map, or maybe 2 different maps you can like drive between,
Yeah.
or like fly between.
On more missions. Easier ways to get money because it is a struggle.
Like
Not
realistic ways to get money. It's like
Yeah.
like drug dealing on GTA. That's
That'd
not
be
really
so.
realistic.
No, but that'd be so good,
Yeah.
I reckon.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
Or like a real.
Or if you
dealer
get a
thing.
job of some kind.
Yeah, that's one thing that like I think most the mods that people mod on PC are like obviously getting mods, not like mods, but mods to change the game and single player is police mod. Because must be a police officer and you just like, and then you go and take down people who are wanted.
I think that'd be quite cool.
Yeah, or if you like specialize as a bounty hunter
That would be so.
and you go get bounties. one
But
thing I do want to see as well
as
is
well,
if we have a bigger map, we've got to fit more people into a game.
boom, 100 people game.
But even I'd say more.
Do you reckon? More? We have got 30 now.
150, I'd say.
150.
Like, you think about the Warzone map, right?
Yeah.
You fit 150 people into that game, right?
Yeah.
You don't see 150 people in that game. You see about 20, if that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I want, like, people who go around shooting missiles at you, blowing you up. Do that, but then I feel like, you know, you know what a dodge lobby is, don't you?
Yeah.
When you get kicked out, yeah.
You get that hat.
I feel like they've got to have a lot more restrictions, or maybe like a dance lobby where, let's say I go around blowing up 100 cars in under half an hour, I get put in a dance lobby for like 2 hours,
Oh,
and then it goes up.
or say you blow someone's car up, it costs a lot more.
It costs a car.
Oh yeah, it costs a car. Nah, not everyone has the money. But they like,
And that, but like, let's say you let me drive your car and actually drive it into the water or something. That's not gonna be really fair on people like who legitimately accidentally blow up cars.
accidentally blow up cars.
No, I've accidentally destroyed your vehicles before. Like we've been like doing stunts, and I've accidentally run over your motorbike. It's blown up.
True.
Yeah. And then okay, so now on to the last question. This is definitely the last one.
But
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
um, to be honest, couldn't tell you. 'Cause I
Couldn't
didn't
tell
know.
me.
I didn't know this time I was gonna go and be in the army.
Do you still see yourself in the army, or do something even better in the army? Because obviously 10 years is a long time. That's a long time for promotion if you want it.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll be on the rigs. The rigs.
Yeah, I see myself working in a shop, having a kid that I can hardly afford,
Really.
a house that a house that the council gave me, and like one of those like really like everyone's gonna have these like futuristic cars, right? They can fly, but I'm just stuck here with like a Vauxhall Corsa from like 2002, and
So
I'm the
funny.
only guy who drives on the ground.
That'd be sick. You got all that right to yourself. That'd
Yeah,
be
but then I
fun.
have all the people above me spitting on me, calling me a peasant.
When you say
And people that
speed off because they can't speed
no,
off.
but you think about all the people that smoke in their cars, and they throw the fag butts out their window. They're all gonna land on me. I go home, yeah, I have to clean the ash from underneath my windscreen wipers. Oh, love! I found a dog end in my radiator.
Being that much of a baguette you'll smoke it. No,
Nah, my 12-year-old kid with a heroin addiction just picks up and goes, "That's pretty fresh." Yeah, adds a deeper voice in me, like face tattoos and like knuckle dusters, like in his pocket.
6IX9INE on his head. That would be funny.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been 50 minutes, this podcast. It's the longest podcast yet. So, as a guest, you hold the record of doing the longest podcast with me.
Very nice.
So that's something that you can be proud about. Put in your CV. You'd probably get into the army straight away if you did that.
Well, I don't need
Alright, I'm going to end the podcast now. Thank you guys for watching. And
Peace.
until the next one.